This is day 3 of Veeam Backup and Application class. I am Manjeet Rawat, your online instructor, and in this class we are going to talk about very important topic because this class will help you a lot to set up a lab for the upcoming practicals. Right, recently we added a dedicated playlist on our YouTube channel, and in this playlist definitely I'm going to give you the complete information about Veeam Backup and Application that you can easily add one more skill on your resume and grow in your IT career. So let's talk about the agenda of today's session, because in previous class I think we talked about the structure of backup. Like we discussed about the server backup, proxy, and data flows and data mover. Also we talked about the data mover, which is responsible to work between your backup server and our repository. I'm sharing my screen, but before that, if you're new on my YouTube channel, if you're watching my video first time, do subscribe, because Teach Me Cloud is a single technical training based YouTube channel that give you 100% live practical based video without skip any step. I hope you guys are able to see my screen. This is the agenda, the Excel sheet that I created, and we are properly following the each and every step. So now this is day 3, and as per the agenda of day 3, we are going to talk about the installation and deployment. This is really important. And what are the things that we are going to cover? We'll discuss about the system prerequisites, means the what are the hardware required, like how much RAM and how much processor, and the storage that required to install Veeam backup application. We'll talk about the procedure, the steps that will help us to install a new backup Veeam backup application on any base machine. And the last option is related to the licensing, because you know that multiple types of licenses are available. As per your requirement, you can proceed with the license, right? So very first step, as we are like as a learner and we are trying to understand about the Veeam backup and application services. So in this case, definitely we are going to download a software that doesn't require any kind of license, because we are going to establish a infrastructure using evaluated version, means free trial. You can easily download directly from the Veeam backup and application site. This application will be applicable for next 60 days, means you have enough time to explore the all features are of our Veeam backup and application. Very first steps, what are the things that you need to keep in our mind to download the Veeam backup application? So let's start with, today is day 3, download and installation of Veeam backup, right? So yes, definitely this is a type of ISO image that you need to download directly from Veeam backup site. And also we are going to talk about the hardware, right? Minimum hardware required that help us to install this application. We are going to use dedicated machine, and this is our base machine. The configuration of this base machine is 32 GB of RAM, 6 core of processor, and up to 512 SSD. This is the base machine. Very first step, download and install Vmware workstation. This is really important. You need to install Vmware workstation. This is virtualization tool. And second, install on base machine. You need to directly install on base machine. Then create VM for server 2019, right? You need to install virtual machine based on server 2019. And the configuration of this virtual machine must be 12 GB RAM and 4 core CPU, and also approximately 120 GB of HDD or SSD. This is the hardware configuration that you need to use to set up your virtual machine. And then download ISO image of Veeam backup, right? You need to download the ISO image of Veeam backup, then install on virtual machine that you created on VMware workstation, right? The server 2019 that you established. Guys, setup is really important for everyone, because we are going to follow each and every steps to perform the task in real environment. And if you are going to repeat the same task with the help of this video, then definitely it will help you and clear your concept related to the Veeam backup and application. So I'm moving myself. Let me show you the hardware configuration. This is my base machine, and the configuration of this base machine we already discussed. 32 GB of RAM and 512 SSD, 6 core of processor, Core i5 14th generation, right? And let's start downloading. I have already installed VMware Workstation, and using VMware Workstation, created multiple virtual machines. So let me select one VM, and with the help of that virtual machine, will install the Veeam backup and application software. Although I have already downloaded ISO image for Veeam backup and application, but you also need to know about the procedure. Open Google, right? You just need to open Google and type here download Veeam backup and application, right? So Veeam backup and application ISO. It will give us option. You just need to open directly and provide your basic information. You must need to use your detail, first name, last name, and business mail ID. So I'm going to use my official mail ID, right? The business email ID, support at teachmecloud.in, and your contact number, your company name, and that's it. You just need to provide these basic information and click on get free trial. It will redirect us on the page where we can download ISO image for Veeam backup and application, right? So please proceed. You will get an email from Veeam backup, and it is applicable for 30 days. You need to download this particular application or ISO image for next 30 days, and it's enough time, right? And you can use this application to perform all the practicals. This is Veeam backup and application. Need to download. It will give you the information. This is the document related to the Veeam backup and application, kind of license. And from this particular page, number of options are available, flexible software, and we are going to download ISO image. Okay, we downloaded the key. We need to download our what we can say that ISO image, download product. Which version of Veeam backup you are trying to install? This is the new version. You are going to proceed with another. This is trial product, Veeam backup and application. Click download trial and wait for a few more minutes. Provide the basic information again, teachmecloud.in. Please click on download. You should verify your email ID, so we'll receive one verification email. Provide this information 42462. 42462. Now you can download the ISO image or all anytime. OVA file means that you can directly deploy to the VMware workstation or ESXi. And if you want to download the ISO image, which will be applicable to install in hypervisor, VirtualBox, virtual PCR, you can install directly with the ESXi host and VMware workstation. So definitely I want to download this ISO image, which is bootable, and the capacity of this ISO image is 12.2 GB. But I have already downloaded, right? So I have already downloaded. Let me put it back to the VMware workstation, right? The VMware workstation that I install on my Windows machine. Let me show you. This is our VMware workstation. ADC machine is already available, and with the help of this computer, let me install Veeam backup and application. But make sure the RAM for this particular software, I'm going to proceed with minimum 14 GB of RAM. Multiple hard disks are available, so we'll use 60 gig of hard drive. And no need to do anything. Please turn on this machine. I have already installed Windows Server 2022, I think, on this machine. So we'll install the ISO image. Let me show you the ISO image that I downloaded earlier. I downloaded and put it into the cloud software. Guys, this is Veeam Backup and Application ISO image. I will attach this ISO image to our virtual machine, and after that, we'll show you the steps how we can install the Veeam Backup and Application, because we are going to perform the task of practical taking backup and how Veeam Backup and Application wizard look like. So all the points we are going to discuss. So let's wait for a few more minutes. So once our virtual machine is ready to use, I'm just going to guide you with all the steps. Any type of Veeam backup and applications that you are going, or application software that you are going to install, make sure your virtual machine must be contain a minimum 12 GB of RAM, 4 core of processor, and up to 100 GB of storage. Right? Minimum 40 GB hard disk space, free hard disk space available in C drive. It is in progress. Let's wait. Meanwhile, right click on your virtual machine, go to the settings. Under the setting, please select CD DVDs, SATA, and find the ISO image of Veeam Backup and Application. Click Cloud Software, select Veeam Backup and Application, and open it. Then, okay. So once our virtual machine is ready to use, if you are going to log in it, it will show you the bootable file for your Veeam Backup and Application. It is in progress. Okay, so our virtual machine is ready to use. Let me log in it with like local administrator, and after that, let me check the ISO image that we connected with this particular VM. So basic steps required. You just need to open this PC, and it will give you the access of ISO image that we attached with the virtual machine. Right click, open it, setup.exe, double click, and follow the step. Whatever prerequisites required, it will guide you and automatically install, but make sure your virtual machine must be connected with the internet connection, right? Installation, install Veeam Backup and Application, Veeam Backup Enterprise Manager, Veeam Backup and Application Console, Enterprise Plugins. So these options are available. You can proceed with the first one, Veeam Backup and Application. It will check all the prerequisites, right? And after that, it will help us to proceed for the next step. And accept the term and license. Please proceed with next. Next. I want to install each and every component because in future we are going to cover all the practical. So that's the reason no need to make any changes. Do not exclude any kind of features related to the Veeam backup, because we are here to learn about everything related to the Veeam backup and applications. So multiple things are fit, so no worry about it, because it is asking these things that you need to install. and after that you can proceed for the installation. So our machine is already connected with the internet, and please click on install. It will automatically pick the all data that required to install Veeam backup and application, and it will give us option to proceed next and finish, right? So total time required to install our Veeam backup and application approximately 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes you will install all the features of your Veeam backup and application. Now the all prerequisite automatically installed by this wizard, and you need to please proceed with the next and proceed installation. This is the final step, and it will take 5 minutes, and within 5 minutes you will get your machine ready with the Veeam backup and application, and it will give us an option to perform all the tasks related to the backup, replication, repository, whatever task that you want to manage. This application will allow us to configure each and every steps. Installing Microsoft SQL Server 20, these types of packages are required because that contain multiple informations related to the backup and application. We have enough space, like 40 GB space required. We have a 45 GB space available, so we can easily install our Veeam backup and application. So these things that you need to keep in our mind, because if you don't have enough space in C drive, then definitely it will impact to the performance of your base machine, a virtual machine, whatever machines that you are trying to use to set up your Veeam backup and application. Make sure we have enough space, like RAM wise, processor wise, and all the available space in our hard drive. So these things are required. Okay, so it is in progress. So I'm just going to pause the video because it will take time. So that's why let me pause it. And after that, we'll proceed once it's ready.